What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest news, education, and path to prosperity with crypto. Guys, like, subscribe, and share to anybody that you think might want this information. Put questions down below in the comments so I can make videos specifically for you. All right, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just financial opinion. Let's take a look at the markets today. Bitcoin, what is at 61,000? Literally an hour ago when I looked at that, it was at 60,000. Things are on the rise, and we're going to talk about why. The Bitcoin daily sentiment is at 62. Yesterday it was around 50. Ethereum, for some reason, doesn't make sense, and I'll explain why, is at 44, which is neutral, was at about 50 yesterday. All right, these are the tokens that, yes, Matic. Love me some Matic. It is popping up in the tweets. Not sure why, but maybe you guys can do some extra research and figure it out. Now, speaking about Ethereum, why is the sentiment not bullish here? We had our TD sequential 2 here, which generally says that it's going to be going up. I've been hearing from different technical analysis that they're expecting it to be around 45 within 2 weeks. All right, so we'll see how that goes. Remember, guys, this is all speculation. All right, let's get right into it. I want to start off with, who are you? It's important to answer that question when you get into cryptocurrency or investing, because if you don't know what type of person you are, you can't make a plan, and the plan is what's most important. I've got my plan, and we'll go over it at the end, and then I'm doing an entire video on that after this. But are you an investor? An investor is someone who just buys and holds. And maybe they're just holding it for retirement. Maybe they have a reason for that. But you have to have a reason, and you have to have a plan. So maybe you invest and you hold for over a year, and then you take your profits, you buy that house, you buy that car, you do what you want with it. But you have to have a plan. Investor buys and holds. A trader is someone who is what I would consider myself. I started off as an investor in 2020, dollar cost averaged, and then I started moving things around in 2021 when I saw and understood what the markets were doing. So a trader is someone who moves positions when they understands the cycles of the market, but they're not doing it all the time. Maybe they do it once a month, once every few months, or maybe a few weeks. But a swing trader, more specifically, is a few days to a couple weeks, and that's it. They get into a position, they know when they want to get in or get out, and they swing trade. Day trader, just like it sounds, means that you're trading day by day. That to me is the most intense and stressful out of all of these. That means that every single day you're trying to make profits, which could be great, but you could be losing at the same time. So it's way up and way down. Okay, so ask yourself that question: what type of person are you? And then you need to develop a plan, and we'll talk about that. All right, so let's get into the news. So Crypto Lark is talking about how the SEC says they are not opposing the ETFs. Now, again, this is not a spot ETF where they're actually buying Bitcoin. It is just a futures ETF, which is basically paper trading. However, that means that people get exposure to it. That means that they're going to start getting into crypto, and let's call it a gateway. So it could be very good for the sentiment of Bitcoin, which is probably why you're seeing, specifically because of this, because SEC put out a tweet saying that they're not opposing any of these ETFs. So you're seeing Bitcoin jumping from, what was it, 57, 58, all the way up to 61. All right, great news there. Next up on Altcoin Daily, a bit of bullish news from on-chain metrics. You have the number of active addresses up 23%. Okay, that's the blue line right here. The number of active entities up 23%. Number of transaction counts up 24%. All right, so this is since July. Okay, so this is all bullish news. That means that new people and addresses that are already there and the amount of transactions are all on the rise. This is all good news. That means that people are in the space and people are being more active, obviously. All right, so this is, I think this is from Altcoin Daily. The genie's out of the bottle, and I love this sentiment right here. Kids will set up crypto wallets before they set up checking accounts. So let's think about this. I always tell people that I talk to about crypto that crypto is the future, and this is a great perspective right here. People aren't going, or kids aren't going to be going into banks and creating an account. They're going to be using crypto wallets. So just know that, understand. All right, it's only a matter of time before banks are forced to adapt. Exactly. All right, and that's huge for adoption. All right, from Digital Asset News, this is a 2013 comparison of charts for Bitcoin. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Look how similar these charts are. Okay, and this is the pump up. This is in 2013. This is the pump up. It went from, imagine that it was only $130 right there. It went all the way up to about $1,200. Okay, so that's almost a 10x, and this is just in a couple months. All right, and this has happened every fourth quarter after the halving. So that the year after the halving, in the fourth quarter, this has happened. So 2013 was the first one, 2017 was the next one, and I'm about to show that. But notice the similarities, okay? So basically what they're insinuating here is that this is what's going to be happening towards the end of the year. And if you look at these numbers, to me, seems a little bit ridiculous. I'm expecting anywhere between 90 and 100,000, but there's a huge spectrum. You know, some people are calling for 250,000. And the lowest, the absolute lowest that I've seen is 80,000. So if you want to, go ahead and take an average out there. But you guys get to do your own research and figure out what you think it's going to be doing. This is from Altcoin Daily, and this is the 2017 comparison. So they put the charts right on top of each other, and look what's happening. Look how eerily similar these charts are. Okay, this is where it stops here in 2021, and 2017. Look at where it goes. All right, the percentage, it's huge. All right, and this is what I've been expecting. All right, so it says history is repeating itself. In the next 60 days, we will blow past all-time highs after an all-time high. My max prediction is 250,000. Now, I don't know Dennis Porter, and you know, again, I don't feel like it's going to be going up that high, but you never know. You never know. All right, so this is Digital Asset News, and they're talking about adoption. All right, so if you have these different entities getting into Bitcoin, well, let's read it out. Theoretical Bitcoin price if 80% of U.S. retirement accounts allocate just 5% to Bitcoin. Okay, so the U.S. retirement account balance is 36 billion, I believe that is. Okay, so you can take a look at the numbers, but if just 5% of just 80% of the U.S. retirement accounts allocate, this is what we can be looking at. That's the price per Bitcoin. Okay, so that's a little far-fetched for me, but if you think about it a few years down the road, it's really not. So if you're an investor, just dollar cost averaging, putting money away for your retirement, don't you think just maybe this would be somewhere you'd want to park your money? Like I keep pointing out, there's a lot of adoption here. All right, next up, we've got the Polkadot. We talked about this yesterday. Dot sentiment analysis. Now, this is from Paul Barron, and he has his own sentiment readings, and he uses sentiment and AMP. So the last time Polkadot was at these numbers, it's in the circles here, the sentiment and AMP. You can see the rise afterwards in the prediction, and you can see that it was correct. So it's been fairly accurate. So what he's saying right now is that Polkadot is there, and he's predicting it to go up to about $4. Yeah. Well, actually, they're saying a path to 50 here. I personally believe, after showing you in the video yesterday, that with the supply shock that's going to happen with DOT, the amount of people that are going to have to take it and put it into another protocol just to vote, and it's going to take it off the exchange, I think, which starts November 11th, by the way. After the 1st of November, people are going to be buying it because they want to get it cheaper, because they want the other protocol to get into the parachain for Polkadot. So you're going to see a lot of buying. So let's just watch this and see what happens. I have my allocation to DOT. I suggest, investment opinion, that you take a look and see what you can put in there. All right, so here are some caveats here. Well, actually, let me go over this first, and then we'll get to the not so great stuff. Kevin O'Leary says he wants more than double his crypto holdings to 7%. And in another video, he was saying that he believes that trillions are going to be coming into this market, not just Bitcoin, but into the cryptocurrency market. Now, we're at 2.5 trillion. And if he's talking about trillions, multiple trillions coming in, we're talking about doubling the market. And it's not going to all just go into Bitcoin. The top 100 coins, the lowest, like number 100 is 1 billion. So imagine if that just goes up 10 billion, and we're talking about trillions. That's 1,000 billion. So of course, some of those can go up 10x. Just think about that. Start doing your research. Start looking at projects that you feel are going to take off. All right, this is something I'm going to focus on here. The Fed tapering in November. One of the congressmen put out a tweet and says that he wants to start taking a look at this in November. What happens when the Fed tapers? That means that they are increasing the interest rates for loans, which means that a lot of loans are going to be going into default of all these zombie companies that are out there. So we have to be careful with that. All right. So just notice, be aware. If they start doing that, the market can react, and that can put a squash to all this. All right, guys, what to watch for leads right into if you have new people in the market, and there's not a lot of retail in here right now, it's a lot of investors, but they could be getting in quickly if they see Bitcoin jumping up to 65, 70. Retail can't get in. That's what's called weak hands. Okay, a lot of the as I showed before, a lot of the wallets that have been here for a long time and holding, that's called diamond hands. They're not letting go. However, things can change if the sentiment in the market changes. Not a lot of people just want to hold on and watch everything go down. Okay, and the people that are in it just for a quick buck, they will be selling. All right, we can go back up to what type of investors are you, but what type of investors are there? The investors hold on for years, they're not even looking at the market. I don't care. 5 years from now. Traders, they're trying to make money. Swing traders trying to make money. Day traders trying to make money. They're not in this to lose money. So you have to understand that the Fed tapers. The people that are out there understand that interest rates are going to go up, defaults are going to happen, and people are going to start drawing money out of the market, either to pay off loans or just because they see that's the way the market is going. All right, so you have to understand retail's not here quite yet, and in a perfect world, crypto can hold up, and it has so far. You know, I feel like we decoupled last week, But that doesn't mean that can't change. So just be aware. Keep looking out for the signs and stay up to date on the news. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video.